Dharma is eternal. It is the only truth. And there must not be any false pretense in following Dharma. Jai Sriman Narayana, I am the Pauranika. Welcome to the 47th episode of Sri Mahabharata as written by sage Vedavyasa. On the advice of sage Narada, Pandavas established a rule among themselves that they would stay for 1 year each with Draupadi, and during that period, when one of them is alone with Draupadi, if any brother sees them both together, he should go for a Vanavasa for a period of 12 years. Pandavas continued to live happily along with Draupadi in Indraprastha. Then, one day, few thieves stole the cows of a Brahmana. That Brahmana, who was very angry and sad at his loss, reached Kandavaprastha to seek the help of the Pandavas. He went to Arjuna and said, "In my village, few cruel thieves stole my cows. I need your help to bring them back. They are being used in the yagas and yajnas I perform. 1/6 of the fruits of my penance belong to the king, and it is such king's responsibility to protect me." Then Arjuna assured him that he would bring back the cows. However, there was an issue. His weapons are placed in a building, and Draupadi and Yudhishthira were in the same place. Arjuna hesitated to enter the building. However, the cries of the Brahmana reverberated in his ears. He had to help him. If he doesn't help, that would be great negligence in delivering justice. If he enters the building, he would be breaking a rule, and that would result in him going on a Vanavasa. Arjuna thought to himself, "Even if death comes during Vanavasa, I am fine with it. But the protection of cows and Brahmanas is more important." He thought so, entered the building, picked up his bow, came out and spoke with the Brahmana. "Learned one, come with me. Let's find the thieves before they go far away and bring your cows." Then Arjuna wore an armor, wielded a mighty bow, ascended the chariot and chased the thieves. He destroyed them with his arrows, handed over the cows to the Brahmana and returned to his city after obtaining the blessings of the elderly. Then Arjuna said to Yudhishthira, "Maharaja, by seeing you when you are with Draupadi, I broke the rule we established, so I should be going to Vanavasa." The words of Arjuna made Yudhishthira sad. "Why did you decide so?" Yudhishthira choked while speaking. "Arjuna, listen to me. You haven't done anything wrong by entering my palace. I do not oppose your act, and instead I am impressed by your effort to protect Dharma. Also, a younger brother can visit an elder brother when he is with his wife. However, it is adharma when an elder brother visits his younger brother when he is with his wife. There is no adharma in what you have done." Yudhishthira said, "Brother, I learned from you that there must not be any false pretense in following Dharma. I swear on my Shastras that I will never deviate from the truth. The truth is, I did break the rule," said Arjuna. He then obtained the permission of Yudhishthira and started to the forest. Arjuna, the jewel of Kuru lineage, was followed by many great people, sages, Brahmanas, people well versed in Vedangas, Pauranikas, Sannyasas, and storytellers. Arjuna visited beautiful gardens, forests, rivers, oceans, and various sites of pilgrimage. He then reached Gangadwaram, Karinde Haridwar, and camped there. As the Brahmanas who travelled with him ignited their Agnihotras on the banks of Ganga, that place shone in the bright glow of the dharmic people and the sages along with the glow of fire. Arjuna at that time wanted to take a dip in the holy river and entered into it. After he took bath, Arjuna offered oblations to his forefathers. He then wanted to come to the shore to perform the fire sacrifice. Then a Nagakanya, who can take any form by her will, named Ulupi saw Arjuna and was attracted to him. He then pulled him in and took him to the Nagaloka, the world of snakes. In the palace of Naga king Kauravya, Arjuna saw a fire and finished his daily fire penance there. After finishing his ritual, Arjuna looked at Ulupi and smiled. He asked, "Why did you dare to do this? Who are you? What is this place?" Then Ulupi spoke. In the Airavata lineage, there is a snake king called Kauravya. I am his daughter, Ulupi. When you stepped into the waters of Ganga, I saw you and I lost my heart to you. I am being controlled by Manmatha, the god of love, and I am requesting you to bless me with a son. Then Arjuna said, Ulupi, I am cast out of my city under the command of my brother Yudhishthira. I would do anything to please you, but it should be within the folds of Dharma. Then Ulupi said, Pandava, I know on whose command you took Diksha. I know about Draupadi, and I also know about the rule that you have established among yourselves. Of course, you must not deviate from the path of Dharma. But saving people is also a Dharma of Kshatriya. I am confessing, without you, I will not be able to live in this world. Purusha Shrestha, saving my life is also Dharma. I know about you and I worship you. Please do not deny me, she said. On the request of Ulupi, Arjuna acted according to Dharma and spent that night in the palace of Nagas. Then Arjuna in the morning came to Gangadwaram along with Ulupi. She left Arjuna there and returned to her palace after giving him a boon that he would be invincible underwater and all the aquatic beings would be in his control. Along with Ulupi, Arjuna gave birth to a handsome and strong son by name Iravanta. After narrating the events to Brahmanas, Arjuna started travelling towards Himalayas. There, he visited Agasthyavatam, Vasishtha Parvatam and Bhrugutungam. In all those tirthas, Arjuna did great donations of houses and cows. He took bath in Hiranyabindu Tirtham and visited many sites of pilgrimage. Then, he descended from the Himalayas and started travelling east. One after the other, Arjuna visited many places starting with river Utpali in Naimisharanya, Nanda, Aparananda, Kaushiki, Mahanadi, Gaya Tirtham and Ganga. He then visited many holy places in Anga, Vanga and Kalinga regions. At the borders of Kalinga, the Brahmanas took Arjuna's leave and returned. Arjuna, with few of his followers, reached the shores of an ocean. Then, he visited the Mahendragiri, the mountain where many sages performed penances and started travelling along the coastline and reached a kingdom named Manipuram. The king of Manipura was a virtuous man by name Chitravahana. He had a beautiful, free-spirited daughter by name Chitrangadha. Looking at her roaming freely in the city, Arjuna was attracted to her and wanted to marry her. He went to King Chitravahana, introduced himself and expressed his desire to marry Chitrangadha. Then, King Chitravahana softly spoke with Arjuna. In our family, there was a great king by name Prabhanjana. He had no children, so he performed a great tapasya and impressed the Pinakapani Lord Shiva. Then, Lord Shiva blessed him that our lineage will be blessed with one child in each generation. Since then, in our family, only one child was born and I was blessed with a daughter. Purusha Shrestha Arjuna, I consider my daughter as my son and I want her son, my Dauhitra grandson, to be my heir and further my lineage. Bharata, this is what I ask of you in return to my daughter's hand in marriage. Arjuna accepted the condition and took Chitrangadha as his wife and stayed there for 3 years. He then took the permission of Chitravahana and continued his yatra. He then visited the places around the South Sea. There, he noticed that the sages have abandoned 5 tirthas which once upon a time were bustling with sages and learned men. Agastya Tirtham, Saubhadra Tirtham, the very sacred Pauloma Tirtham, Karandama Tirtham and Bharadwaja Tirtham, which would rid people of sins, were all abandoned. Arjuna then asked the sages why those places were abandoned, for which the sages said that 5 dangerous crocodiles came there and started pulling people in. Therefore, they were abandoned. The valorous Arjuna understood the situation and, despite the warning from sages, went to Saubhadra Tirtham and started bathing there. Suddenly, a big crocodile in the water held the foot of Dhananjaya and started pulling him in. Then Arjuna, the strongest of warriors, pulled the crocodile out and threw it on the ground. Then that crocodile transformed into a well-dressed, beautiful lady shining in fine jewelry. Surprised Arjuna asked her who she is. Then the Apsara spoke. Mahabahu, I am an Apsara from Nandanavana. My name is Varga and I am the loved one of Kubera. I have 4 friends. One day, while going to Kubera's place, we saw a great sage in his penance. We wanted to disturb him from it. In front of the virtuous Brahmana, we started singing and laughing, but he showed no interest in us. Then, after some time, he grew angry on us and cursed us to live as crocodiles for 100 years. We got so scared listening to him and pleaded him to forgive us. We told him that his curse is our death. Then the Brahmana said that in the world, Satam and Sahasram, 100 and 1000, are used to cite infinity to. However, in this case, he said that his curse would affect us only for a period of 100 years. He also said that after 100 years, a great man will pull us out and our curse will end. Then sage Narada came to us and told us to live in these tirthas and also told us the best of men, Arjuna, would come and rid us of our curse. Varga said so and asked him to help her friends too, and Arjuna did so. After making the tirthas fit for the usage of sages, Arjuna returned to Manipura. There, he handed over his son Bhabruvahana to his father-in-law Chitravahana. Then Arjuna spoke to Chitrangadha. My dear, take care of Bhabruvahana. At right time, you shall come to Indraprastha and meet my mother Kunti and my brothers. The great son of Dharma, King Yudhishthira, will be performing Rajasuya Yaga. All the related kings will come there. Even your father will be coming that day. I want you to come there along with your father. We shall meet there. Believe that I'll still be around you in the form of our son. Raise him as a true warrior and a follower of Dharma. Don't be sad, said Arjuna and started to Gokarna Tirtham. Thank you. Jai Sriman Narayana.